The market finished higher last week. My small account finished lower. How did you do? This is an update on my small account that generates cash flow every week, no matter what the market does. Even when the market falls and or my account doesn't do well, I still get income or cash flow. If you only have a small amount to invest and you don't want to wait years to see gains, and you definitely don't want to lose money, there is a way to use your small account, let's say $3,000 to $5,000, to guarantee income right away in the stock market by selling covered calls and naked puts like I do. This method does not only guarantee cash flow or income, it can also beat the S&P 500. In 2023, my account was up 36% versus 24.29% up for SPY, an S&P 500 ETF. That's a difference of 11.71%. So I beat the S&P 500 by almost 12%. Last week, I sold option contracts on 5 positions, 3 calls and 2 puts that range from $5.34 to $29.34. I don't use charts, I don't use fundamental analysis, and I don't use indicators or signals. And I definitely don't sit in front of a computer screen all day to watch the market. I simply choose a stock from my watch list. I do have 5 criteria for choosing stocks to put on my trading watch list. I will not reveal what my criteria are, but if you examine my list, you may be able to figure out the criteria for yourself. The last row, however, is my benchmark row. That is, I measure my performance against gold, silver, and the S&P 500 ETF SPY. I choose the stock option based on whether I own the stock or I would like to own the stock. I choose a strike price, an expiration date, a bid, and I submit a limit order. Then I wait for execution. If the sale does not execute, I may change my order or wait until the next day to submit a new order. Last week, for example, on Tuesday, I sold a call for $10.34. On Wednesday, I sold another call for $8.34. And I sold 2 puts, one for $28.34 and one for $29.34. And on Thursday, I sold a call for $5.34. That's a total of $81.70, which is not a lot of money, but the account is small, and $81.70 in cash flow was 1.7% of my account value. Week by week, the small amounts add up. Even if I made as little as 1% in cash flow every week, which is quite easy to do, and I did that for a year, that would be 52% in cash flow. Additionally, even when the market and or my stocks do not do well, I still get cash flow. Again, the cash flow last week was 1.7%. The S&P 500 ETF SPY was up 0.35%, and my portfolio account value was actually down minus 0.91%. If you want to increase the amount of cash flow, just use a larger account. For example, to 10x the cash flow to $817, use a larger account, and instead of selling one of everything that I sold, sell 10. This money is free and clear. You can take it out of your account and spend it, or leave it in your account to build your cash balance or invest it. The caveat: there are dozens, hundreds of different investing and trading strategies, and because each person applies a given strategy somewhat differently, there are millions of strategic applications and possible outcomes. So don't expect to get the same results as someone else. But guess what? All the strategies work. They are all good with the right stock and the right time. The difficult part is applying the right stock at the right time for a given strategy. And the strategy must match your personality and your degree of interest in trading and or investing. Whatever strategy you use, you must beat the S&P 500. If you don't beat the S&P 500, you are not only wasting money, you are also wasting time. Also, beware of backtesting claims and fantastical gains from strategies that are possible but not probable. That is, they can happen, but 9 times out of 10, 99 times out of 100, they don't happen. This strategy is guaranteed to produce cash flow immediately and every week that it is applied. However, it does not guarantee the amount of cash flow from week to week, nor the value of your account. The amount varies and the account value varies. Despite the variations in account and value, the goal is to generate cash flow and beat the S&P 500. And that is what I am openly showing you every week as it happens. Note, most professional money managers and their strategies do not consistently beat the S&P 500. They usually lose, and they lose by a lot. Anyone can learn how to do this with the right knowledge. There are many books and videos available to you to learn how to invest, trade, and generate cash flow. Your results will differ, of course, depending on what stocks and options you use. What is your strategy? Do you know how to produce cash flow every week and beat the S&P 500? As you develop, analyze, and implement your strategy, please check back to see how my small account performs against the S&P 500 from week to week by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Thank you.